Hello everyone. The Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu said, "An ant on the move does more than a dozing ox." While I'm not sure what that means, the fire ant does even more. Since arriving in the U.S., these little pests have shown us just how industrious they are and how their ability to form a cohesive and focused community has allowed them to spread to the point that now it is believed that the fire ant can be found in about 1/3 of the United States, the southern third. From Florida to California and every place in between, fire ants can be found. And as a testimony to their industrious natures, we're here today to talk about them and not those dozing oxen. I'm here today to tell you about the red fire ant. And if you've ever spent any time in the South, you've most likely run across them. Today I'll be covering some facts and traits about fire ants, some possible ways to control them, and finally, some of the problems and costs that they can cause. Let's start with some facts and traits about the red fire ant. There's a fellow named Jim Rohn who's a motivational speaker. He came up with what he calls the ant philosophy. Although he doesn't refer specifically to the fire ant, we can get a glimpse at the way they work through it. Rohn lists 3 traits about ants. 1. They never quit. If an ant is headed somewhere, it gets there, no matter the route, and their determination is noteworthy. 2. They think winter all summer. They make sure they have what they need no matter what. 3. They think summer all winter. Ants are survivors. They tough out even the worst conditions to be able to make it to another day. Now the red fire ant seems to take these points seriously, and once I share some facts about them, I think you'll see what I mean. The red imported fire ant, also known as RIFA, first came to the United States in the 1930s aboard a cargo ship that landed in the port city of Mobile, Alabama. Although there are well over 700 species of ants in North America, the fire ant is considered to be one of the most dangerous. According to the National Pest Management Association, extreme caution should be used if one encounters the red fire ant, and they don't come in ones. A single colony can contain up to 250,000 ants. They will attack when they're disturbed. Step on an anthill and they can envelop your feet and legs in a matter of moments, and you won't be happy. Fire ants tend to nest in moist soil, near riverbanks, watered lawn yards, or the shoulders of your local highway, but they will also show up right in the middle of your lawn. The mounds that they build can be as big as 15 inches around and 5 feet deep. Now, although the colony can be founded by one queen ant, groups of queens may also be found within the colony. The main purpose of the queen is for reproduction, and the fire ant queen lives for up to 6 or 7 years. A queen can produce more than 3,500 eggs in a day, so if you do the math, a single queen has the ability to produce about 8 million eggs in her lifetime. The usual diet for the fire ant is young plants, seeds, and the occasional cricket, but they have also been known to attack and kill small animals such as lizards. Now that's teamwork. While other ants bite, the fire ant bites and then stings. If you've ever been stung, you might have noticed that they appear to be all hunched up. This is because first they grab you with their mandibles and then drive the stinger in. People can be highly allergic to their venom, and the stings have in rare cases been fatal if not treated. Okay, let's continue with some possible solutions. Science and technology are always looking for ways to deal with pests, and millions of dollars have been spent combating the fire ant in the southern parts of the country. About a decade ago, CNN reported that areas like Durant, Oklahoma, and Hope, Arkansas tried to fight fire ants with fire ants when they released some of them that had been infected with a microorganism to help combat them. There is also a pathogen with an unpronounceable name that is used to infect ant colonies. The queen gets weaker and weaker as the worker ants transfer the poison through food exchange. As she becomes incapacitated and fewer eggs are produced, the colony diminishes and eventually dies. There are also numerous commercial ant control powders and poisons as well. They mostly work well enough, at least on your local ant problem. Finally, here are some examples of the damage and costs associated with the fire ant. According to a white paper issued by Clemson University, in 1987, 500,000 cases of stings were reported that required medical attention, costing an estimated $1.8 million. Stings can lead to secondary infections and permanent scarring. Pastures and farm equipment have been ruined by infestations, and millions of dollars annually have been spent on fire ant control. And that was 25 years ago. As recently as May 2012, KTHV of Little Rock, Arkansas, reported that, according to the USDA, fire ants occupy more than 300 million acres of land in 12 southern states. Okay, now let's recap what we've learned. Today we've been talking about the red fire ant. We learned how it arrived, some of their traits and some facts about them, and some methods of controlling them. Finally, we discussed the damage that they cause and the costs associated with them. They're small, but they create a tremendous nuisance. To avoid getting stung, stay clear of them if you can. The theory, don't mess with them and they won't mess with you, is a good one, but that's not the solution. If you find yourself, or your leg, staring down the thorax of a few thousand fire ants, seek the advice and service of a professional. Take care, exercise caution, and have a great holiday season.